Hey, Galaxy, how you doing, baby? Mm. How you doing, Galaxy? How was your day, sweetie? Ooh, ooh, that's good. That's good. Mm-hmm. I know I'm a little late. I always am, but better late than never. Hit it like you like for me. Hit it like you like for your girl. Period. How you doing, Levi? How was your day, baby? Hit it like you like for me, and let YouTube push the live out to more like-minded people. Yeah, what'd you do today? Did you go to work? What'd you do? I just came on here for a little late night chat or whatnot. So my day was good. Thank you for asking. It was really, really good. I spent some time with my granddaughter and my baby girl or whatever. And it was good. Thank you so much for asking. Ugh. What'd you do? And are you old enough to have an adult beverage? Cheers if you are. How y'all doing up there in the van? I am unapologetically Carmen, a thought leader that speaks from the lens of age and experience. Period. Oh Lord, Levi, you 14 old. How did you get in here, baby? My chat isn't for kids. Oh Lord. Well, what made you stop in here, Levi? Baby. Mm. But I am. Go ahead, ask your question. Go ahead. He was bored. Ah, period. Well, why you not? Oh, I forgot. It's tomorrow is Saturday, so yeah. Yeah, I'll go to bed or whatever. Okay. Well, you can find my Cash App down in the description and you can donate to the channel. Support all of this loveliness or whatnot. That would be great. Uh, Hi, Miguel. How are you? How was your day? What do RDF mean? I'm from Florida. It's a screwdriver, baby. If you're old enough to have an adult beverage, then once you go pour you one up. Cheers. Thank you, Levi. I appreciate it, baby. This is my official brand merch, Unapologetically Carmen brand owl necklace set. You can find it in the description as well. I'm on it tonight, y'all. I don't usually remember to drop my links and stuff, but I definitely did. All the new people that just came in, please hit a like for your girl. And let YouTube know you cool over here. How many boyfriends do I have? That's a real invasive question considering you haven't said hello yet. You just came in and started talking. That's not good etiquette, baby. And y'all haven't hit the like button either because I only see one like up there. Tap the screen for your girl. Now I see them. I see you tapping. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That'll help send my live out so I can get some people in here so we get a little chat going on or whatnot. Mm-hmm. I came on here to ask the question, but I can't ask the question to you, baby, because you're too young. Oh, Lord. And how are you, Cody? How was your day, sweetie? Mine was excellent until it wasn't a little bit because you know people like to play games and things or whatever. How you doing, Logan? How was your day, sweetie? You just kidding, really? Mm-hmm. You tell the truth. It's okay to tell the truth, baby. It's okay. It's just that this chat is a little bit too mature for you at 14 and 17. So yeah, there's that. Just waiting for some people to come on in here or whatever and have a chat. I'm good, sweetie. Thank you so much for asking. I'm just coming on here to have a little late night chat about something that happened today and see what others feel about that. However, I don't think that y'all can help me with that because y'all don't have kids, I'm sure. So it's one of those questions. And how what you had going on today, Logan? What'd you do? Do I have Snap? I do, but I have it for my business. It's for my business Snap. I don't have a personal Snap. But I am on all other platforms. Facebook, TikTok, Lemonade. You ever heard of Lemonade? You young, so you should have heard of that. Have you heard of that? What's the other one? I'm an Amazon influencer as well. Y'all go follow me on Amazon. I have another Amazon Finds channel over here where I post those. Thank you, Romero. I appreciate you, baby. But I think that I look fine every night. But I appreciate the confirmation. You was sick? Oh, what's wrong with you, baby? You got a cold? What's going on with you? Yeah. It's usually much more up there, but I was a little late, and it's Friday night, so a lot of people probably out doing their little thing or whatever. So it'll get going here in a minute. Thank you, Levi. I appreciate you. So sweet. I don't know. Being in and out of the hospital. Why? You have a chronic illness. No, I don't believe in Christianity, baby, but I am a God fearing person. I have my own personal relationship with the Savior or whatnot. You asked me that, why? Do you go to church, Levi? That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, I think you might be a little too young for my views at this point. So we're not gonna talk about church, but I don't go. But like I said, I do have a personal relationship with the Savior right here in my own home. Wherever you drop to your knees, you are in the presence of the Lord. So you don't actually need to go to a certain building for that. But as you live, you'll learn that. Go ahead with your question. You have her sprung. I've never heard of that, baby. Actually, what kind of illness is that? What does it do? I'm really genuinely interested because I have never heard of that. These people gonna learn to not come in here and try to say crazy stuff because YouTube got my back. It's just gonna erase it. Mm. No, I didn't. I guess that's the message that YouTube just took out of here. So what was it? Was it something not you wasn't supposed to say? What's the joke, Johnson Carter? Was that the message was from you? What did you say? Oh, okay. Hmm. Well, you've intrigued me, so I'm definitely gonna look that up when I get off alive because I've just never ever heard of that, and yeah, I want to know more. Well, it must have been something you weren't supposed to say. Because a lot of YouTubers on here, they don't realize there's a such thing as comment moderation, where you can go in and you could put keywords in that people are not allowed to say in your chat. And I have definitely done that. It breaks the monotony, makes me not have to deal with trolls too much. Because all of the things that I know they'll say because I'm a content creator, I have blocked them from being able to say it. I'm not telling you my keywords. Obviously, you know some of them because you done said it. They ain't let it through. Oh. And how was your day, Johnson? And what? Oh, well, what y'all doing home tonight? I don't go out, so there's that. But I know it's Friday night in the middle of the night and everybody out partying or whatever. I don't do that. I don't like to party. Not anymore. Those days are behind me. Hmm. Really? Well, you know that this is not the first time that I heard that. I am very hands-on with my chat. I agree everybody that comes in unapologetically Carmen's door so that you feel seen and heard or whatever. and be able to get a good idea of who I am and if you want to be a part of what I have going on here. So I don't know. I don't know about the other YouTubers because I just really don't understand the fact of go ahead and go live, but then you don't interact with people that are live. Like that's kind of weird. The whole point of being live is so you can interact with people. Do I own any reptiles? No, baby. Absolutely not. They ick me out. When I see a lizard, it makes my skin crawl. So no, no reptiles. But you know what I would have? I would have a little baby turtle. I would get me a turtle and put it in the fish tank or whatever. But any other kind of reptile, mm-mm. You got a corn snake in your house? Those things creep me out. They like big lizards, huge lizards. um, and how do you house them? Your bearded dragons. Well, I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that, Logan. But just know that you have a purpose in this life, you know, or you wouldn't be here. So there's that. And, just try to get through whatever the Lord has brought for you because things don't happen to you, they happen for you. And sometimes when you're in the midst of things, you don't really understand that and you don't believe that. But as you continue to live, you will see that certain things, negative things, bad things, or whatever you perceive to be, they're usually happening for you. You just got to take a little bit of time to look back in your little rearview mirror to see why. All the new people that just came in, hit a like for your girl and push the live out to some more like-minded people that want to come in here and chat with your girl. No, baby, I can't look up anything because I'm on live. Dang, this light bright. Holy crap. Some glasses. I'm looking up after my stream. Why is that? I'm about to put this other light on because I don't like that in my glasses. The gleam, gleam. Ooh, right. That's better. Hey, y'all. Hey. Y'all can see me better now. And I can see y'all better because that thing was messing with my eyes. Thank you, Nate. How you doing, baby? How was your day? Oh, well, that's sweet. How you doing, Jakari? How was your day, baby? And you too, Nate. How was y'all's day? And what did you tell your daughter about me? You the one that asked me about, told me that your daughter said something about the Simpsons, predicting stuff. Is that you? How y'all doing up there in the band? I am unapologetically Carmen, a thought leader that speaks from the lens of age and experience. And tonight, I'm just on here to chat with y'all or whatever. Mm-hmm. See what y'all got going on to y'all. Like, this thing is driving me nuts back here. All in my glasses and everything. I don't want to see that in my glasses. Thank y'all for the love. I see y'all. I see y'all. Love on me. Love on me. Tap the screen. I love that. If you haven't already hit a like, please go do so. So we can push this live out to some other people that want to come in here and have a little chit chat or whatnot. It is. It is. Everything is good. I had a good day today until I didn't have a good day. So I was just waiting for some people to get in here so we could have a conversation about it. And y'all can tell me what y'all think. Oh, well, that's sweet. I'm glad. I'm glad I was able to give you a little something, something or whatnot, Shakari. So let me ask you this. You have a daughter. You just told me that. So how would you feel if an older man was trying to be slick with your daughter? You know what I'm saying? Like, she is very, very independent, very, very smart, very, very on her shit, but she's still a young lady and she still has a lot of things that she has to learn. She has to learn how to spot snakes in the grass or whatnot. And so, she doesn't see the situation the way you see it or whatever. So, how would you feel about that and how would you handle that? Well, what I would say, Logan, is start a social media platform. Start a YouTube channel or start something on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok about your illness. And then that way, you'll be able to attract people that may have the same illness as you so that y'all could talk about it and y'all could, compare notes and become friends and be able to, lean on each other because you relate. So that's a way for you to meet some friends or whatever. And then because you said that you're sick a lot, that wouldn't require you to actually leave and have to go somewhere to meet friends or whatever. You just, start your platform and just work on it until you attract, your like-minded people. Yeah, you could put your snap in the chat, baby. Well, mine is 33. She is 33 and very much, on her shit. But the reason that I feel some type of way is because this particular person is somebody that tried to do the same thing to me. And I saw right through the shit or whatever, and I did not give them the time of day. And so now they are on my kid and it's pissing me off. It's pissing me off because, like I said, she doesn't see it like that. She feels like, we're cool and, that's her uncle or whatever. Because him and I became really cool, on the friendship level or whatever the case might be. However, that's because I know that he was trying to get at me, so I just kind of kept him at, you know, arm's length or whatever. So that's probably how she's seeing it. But because I know how he came at me and in the same situation, then I know that whatever dealings that he trying to have with her is about the same shit. And it's pissing me off because he thinks that I'm stupid and I don't see that. Okay. All right, Janetta. That's the point. He is. He's too old. He's too old. I'm 48 and he got me by 10 years. And my child is 33. So the way that I see that is everybody is on their own particular journey, okay? My kid is on her own journey, and at 33, she does not need to be dealing with anybody that is that much older than her, because you know what's going to happen? He is going to manipulate her out of her hopes and dreams, because half of the shit she don't know she got to do, he done forgot and did it, put a little red flag on it, because I feel like when men are that age and they go after girls that age, it's only because they can't sustain a grown woman, a grown mature mind. So they go in and they get these young girls and do their little love bombing, and so that they can mold them and they can manipulate them. And I say, not mine, not mine. She will date and she will do her little thing with somebody her age and go through the steps the way she's supposed to go through the steps with people her age. You're not going to manipulate my child out of her youth. Period. Like, I'm not into it. I'm not into it. I don't see that as no. Mm-mm, no. Hell no. No. And at the end of the day, I've seen it a lot. Like, I've seen situations where the mom was actually with the person, and then years later, then they come around and they get with their child, and they don't see a problem with that. And I think that's absolutely ridiculous. How do you not see a problem with that? You know what I'm saying? And I think that most people don't critical think like I do, so maybe that's what it is. But for me, I don't see. I don't give a fuck how much money you got, what you can do, or any of that. All you gonna do is steal years from my baby, and I'm not into it, sir, at all. Mm-mm. Because over this time and over our friendship, I paid attention, you know. And this particular person, he can't keep no woman, a real woman with a brain. He can't keep her. And you know why they can't keep real women with a brain? Because they can't control them. And so what does that mean? You're gonna go get a little young girl that don't know that's what you're doing or what you're trying to do or whatever, and fuck up her life and not mine. Cause I'm gonna crash out by mine. That's the only thing I know. The only thing I own outright. I will crash the fuck out by my baby for real. If that means that I have to go to jail or die or whatever, so she could live her life the way the Lord intended it without predators on her, then that's what we doing. That's what we doing. And I done put a little warning out. I done posted that shit. And I done told the motherfucker, you been warned now. You been the fuck warned. The friendship gone. All of that's gone when it comes to my motherfucking baby. I don't give a fuck about nothing. You know what I'm talking about? And even though they be grown based on the law say they grown. But we know as adults that been down that path, we've been 27, 28, 29, 30, and immature in the motherfucker. Naive in the motherfucker, thinking we know everything and don't know shit. So I didn't forget that. And so I know that's what my baby, and ain't nobody finna come in and fucking manipulate her. Period. What's up, Andy Guerrero? How you doing, baby? How was your day? It's a screwdriver, little vodka, little orange juice. So I just wanted to get a general consensus of how people feel about that, because I definitely have seen it around me and I have tooted up my nose at it every time that I've seen it, because I just don't think that it's appropriate. I just don't. You done live your damn life or whatever. So you not facing the snatch not now, day, year, hour out of my baby the fuck life with your bullshit, your old man bullshit. Okay, Mr. Whiskey. What didn't last long, Rosaline? How you doing? I ain't talking about me. I'm talking about my daughter. I'm good. My little my little thing is good. Or whatnot. But I was waiting on y'all to come in here so we could have that conversation. Absolutely, Angie. Cheers, baby. Happy Saturday morning to you. I actually went out on another date tonight, actually. It's nice. It's really nice. And now that I've been putting myself out here on my feminine side, my little DM is just the floodage, baby. Just the flooded. Couple of them in there. Talk about it. Was that just a post? Are you really dating guys again, or did you just post that for social media? No, I am, baby. I am. You want your number? What's up, Donald? Wheat Show. How you doing, baby? What you mean zodiac? What my zodiac sign is? I'm Aries. hmm And Mr. Todd Bridges, I don't know if you want attention, baby, but you're not about to get it from me. You don't come into my chat and act like you running things, because you're not. So you either need to redirect that or go on and scroll on, okay? Thanks, Andy. I appreciate it, baby. Hit a like for you, girl, if you haven't already done so. You say you should have known. Why you say that, Donnell? You should have known. Exactly. Me too. Me too. Absolutely. However, this situation, I feel like it's a little different because it's got another dynamic to it or whatever. That's not just like regular. You know what I'm saying? We talking brand new cars and shit like that. That's what we talking. You know what I mean? And you know when you be that age, that's all you see is money and things or whatever. If the nigga just coming with a little pocket change or whatever and trying to take you out or whatever, and that's not what you own, then it's like, nigga, going on. Like, damn, if you that old, that's all you got going on. But that's not that situation. That's not that. Nah. Mm-mm. They coming a little harder these days, baby. And I saw right through that shit. Oh no. Hell no. Hell no. Take your ass on with that shit, bitch. Not Tigo business. Y'all say something about my titties every night. Why? They not out. They're in. They're in. They're not out. Y'all crazy. I done heard Tigo business. I done heard rack. I done heard yiddies. I done heard everything. Y'all silly. But let me go get my damn robe. Cause y'all be doing the most. The old school pull like whatever, long as it come on, baby. That's all that matters. You sound like you're a low key hater. Actually. Mm. Oh, it feels so good. My old school pull like thing. It feels so good, y'all. No, actually, you didn't agree with my statement. Respectfully, you was trying to be funny. You were. And because you don't know what streets you're on, you don't understand that I'm a discerning spirit. And so I understand people like yourself. Okay? And so that's why I ignored you initially to give you grace to get your mind right and redirect. But you don't come in here on that bullshit. Okay? So if you want to have a conversation, let's have a conversation. But don't come in here trying to pick and pull and punch and dig. Because I can pick that up real well because at the end of the day, you're in here watching me. I'm not watching you. Okay? So if I'm going to respond to you, I will. And if I'm not, I'm not. So if I'm not responding to you, then keep your ass the fuck pushing. That's it. That's all. So that's what I mean about coming in here thinking you're gonna control something and get attention, because you're only going to get as much as I'm gonna give you. Okay? Sick of y'all. That bullshit. Don't do me. I ain't her. I'm not her, baby. This not that. That ain't this. Y'all be thinking y'all so smart and thinking y'all be saying shit that be going over people's head. Well, you better go find you another YouTuber for that, baby. Okay? Because I ain't her. I pick up on shit real quick. Period. Thank you, Logan. I appreciate it. Oh, Lord. What's up, Jay Sanders? How are you, baby? No, I'm not from Cleavage, Ohio. I'm from Florida, sweetie. What you talk about? Hit dogs holler. What the fuck did you hit? What did you hit? You didn't hit anything. What you did was come in here thinking that you were so smart that you were gonna throw a dig and it go over my head, and it didn't. Okay? So, there's that. The fuck? Beloved. You one of those simple motherfuckers that think that they can say whatever they want to say and then add a little compliment at the end so that a regular motherfucker wouldn't know that you trying to play in their damn face. But you ain't gonna play in my face, baby. Period. Because like I said, you rolled up over here on me. I didn't roll on you, okay? So if you don't like the vibe or you don't like what I'm talking about, you don't like how it go or whatever, you can just simply keep the fuck scrolling. Because I don't have to acknowledge you or anything the fuck that you say. Okay? Listen, y'all need to concentrate. Concentrate. Sheesh. I'm trying to show my little merchandise so that I can be able to sell it. I'm not trying to show my cleavage. That's not the point. Uh, Mr. Todd Bridges, somebody that don't even have enough confidence to put their real name and their real face on their handle, but want to come in here and try to call somebody and say stupid shit. That would be who. It must be something in here that you like and that you see that you love because you still in here talking. You still commenting. You wasting all these minutes out of your life that you ain't gonna never get back commenting in my chat. How sad for you. How sad for you, because if you really had something else better to do, you definitely wouldn't be in here. So there's that. I think Logan's still here. Logan, you still here? Well, thank you for the compliment, but I really wasn't trying to have my cleavage game on point or whatever. But the fact that I have these really nice tattoos, the clothes that I have that are feminine, most of them don't have straps, so that you can see my tattoos or whatever. It has nothing to do with cleavage or whatever. But okay, ain't nobody pissed in my Cheerios, not at all. But at the same time, these are my YouTube streets. And nobody don't get to come in here and try to be funny and do all that crazy shit. And I'm not gonna call them on that shit. And I'm not gonna break their ass down like a shotgun. Beloved. Look at you. You done already picked up on my idioms. Talking about there's that. Grow up. Get a life. If you are somewhere getting paid, then why is you wasting your time over the fuck here? Like, you done been in here a good 20 minutes trying to troll. You can't troll me, baby. I'm a content creator. I'm the troll of the trolls. You understand me? I see you motherfuckers a mile away. Period. That's why I ignored your ass. But since you wanted some fucking attention, now you got it. Okay? Yeah, baby. I do have grandchild. Well, grandchild. I have one. She's 11. And my daughter is 33. You say you like what I did with the neighborhood. What that mean? I can only imagine with y'all with this Cleavage, Ohio. Now that's a good one right there. That was a good pun. Now I gotta give you that. No, baby, you can't DM people on YouTube. You can just talk in the chat, or you can go over to other content and comment what you want to say in the comments. But it's not a DM on here. Mm-hmm. Oh, I like that name, Jakendall. That's different. Everybody got J names. That's cute. Did y'all do that intentionally or just kind of worked out like that? I like Jakendall. That's very cute and different. Very unique. Go on his go on his page. Hit the little thing over here on the side, his little handle, and go on his page and make a comment on his page. That's about the only way you're gonna do it. Unless people have each other's emails, then you could be able to correspond that way. But YouTube is a very anonymous platform. They want to be able to let their users be anonymous and be able to, have fun or whatever and not have people know who they are. So They don't give you all these options so that you can connect or whatnot. My granddaughter's name is Melania, and I actually named her that because I love the show Real Housewives of New Jersey. I don't know if you watched that or not, but Teresa, her little baby daughter Melania, she was just adorable. And I like that name. I thought it was very unique, but I was wrong. I was so wrong how unique that name is not. Like my daughter's my granddaughter, she actually has a sister that her name is Melanie, and they're not by the same mom. The dad is the same or whatever. So it's weird. I see Melanie, Melania, Milan, all these things. I was like, dang, I thought I was trying to be unique with it, but no, not so much. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. I be wanting to give y'all a little vibe or whatever when y'all come and y'all see it. And when I first started this, I didn't really think about me being on people TVs and stuff like that or whatever. But I've been told that quite a few times. That people have me on their little big screen or whatnot when they're listening to me. So when I heard that, I was like, okay, well, if you're gonna be on here and watch me, then I can supply you a vibe or whatnot while you're here. So, anyways, we got some people in here or whatnot. So, what y'all want to talk about? Y'all throw some topics out here for me and tell me what y'all want to talk about. I already put mine out there or whatever. So, y'all tell me what y'all want to talk about. It really is. How you doing, Duke Stone? How was your day, sweetie? Yeah, that one really was a unique name. How are you, Seneca? How was your day, sweetie? I haven't seen you in a couple days. How you been? How's your mom? Well, y'all throw me out some topics so we can get the chat popping or whatnot. For all the new people that just came in, please go hit a like for you, girl, if you haven't already done so. And tap the screen. Let YouTube know you're good over here. Check the description for all the things that I have available. If you have moms or daughters or whatever, you want to get them a nice little gift, I do sell these. They come with this, a bracelet, matching earrings, and a ring. So all of that is down in the description. And if you really that thing, then you want to support the channel for the little vibe that I provide over here on my little YouTube streets. Okay, cash apps in the description, baby. I don't know. I don't know if he subscribed to this. That's actually the first time I ever saw him in here or whatever. So I don't know if he subscribed. So he don't have he has to have a YouTube channel to even be able to be in here. So you should be able to hit the handle and go to his page and subscribe to him. Well, I'm down here in Florida, and we're having Florida weather, which is hashtag unpredictable. One minute it is raining like cats and dogs, and then the next minute the sun is shining. But I'm definitely looking forward to our rendition of winter because I have some really nice winter clothes that I hardly ever get to wear or whatever. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to being able to go get myself together in the gym for the winter so I can pop back out on summer and be a snack pack, period, or whatever. I was trying to be a snack this summer, but shit, I kept eating the snack, so it didn't really work out. It didn't work out. Mm. Oh, great. Y'all are in New Orleans. What are y'all doing over there? Vacationing or visiting family or what y'all got going on over there? Well, actually, I wasn't speaking about it in the sense of what you took it or whatever the case might be. I was speaking about it, about maturity, their maturity level as they grow up. Okay, and if you feel like a woman that has been made to stand in the paint because she's not able to be in her soft girl era because of the men that she's dating or the men that she's married to or whatever the case might be, then you're part of the problem. And I don't want to talk to you. Okay? Simple as that. So I don't know if you take that as hostile or whatever, but that's just my feelings on it. Because I was trying to get an understanding, get the person that I was talking to have an understanding of the situation and the context of the situation, and then here you come bust out about masculinity. But at the end of the day, do you realize and understand why women become more masculine than feminine? Do you really realize why that is? Okay, because obviously you don't. That you said that, and I don't subscribe to that foolishness. Cause when you made to stand in the paint like a man, what else do you expect? What else do you expect from them? Do you expect a woman to still be feminine and all of these things when she has to do everything that you do, plus all the things that society says that a woman is supposed to do? What else do you expect? Okay, and the ones that you meet that aren't hard or aren't masculine, they have a man at home that is providing for them so that they can be soft. Okay, that's the difference. So if you don't get that, then we don't have anything to talk about, sweetie. And that's whether they're in a relationship or not. Because if you're not in a relationship, then you absolutely have to stand in the pain. And if you do that long enough, then you will be conditioned to be whatever it is you need to be to take care of yourself. Okay? And so when a man comes along that might be interested in you, then that's what he's going to get initially until he walks in his manhood and show you that you don't have to be that way. But most men don't realize that and they talk stupid like you just were doing. Okay? Well, how's your mom, babe? Is she okay? What are y'all doing over there in New Orleans? And let me go fill my cup or whatever. And see, Mr. Todd Bridges, if you're still in here, now that I think about it, I believe you subscribed to me off of my viral video, the one about Tia and Dallas or whatever. So I remember your comments. hmm And so that's why you got hostility based on your comments. Well, baby, have you looked around? Do you realize that we are in a recession and we have been since a little bit after 2020 when they started printing all that money and made everybody feel so comfortable with all their bank accounts, how fat they was, and then they start snatching all that shit back in this recession? There's that, okay? And so if you are alone, whatever you was able to do in 2020, you're barely able to do that now. You're just trying to keep your head above water. And as a man, have you ever had jobs or whatever that was paying you just enough to get by? And how did that make you feel? Were you in the best of spirits? Were you happy, happy go lucky? Were you in your male vibe? Or were you tired as hell? Frustrated? Feeling like you don't want to keep doing this shit? Well, that's how we get as women. Because like you said, we're not designed to be alone. We're designed to be with a provider. And so if we're not, then see how that works? So you never commented on my viral video about Tia and Dallas? Because for some reason, your handle looked real familiar. And if you did come in here on some for real stuff, then I apologize if you took it as being hostile or whatever the case might be. But I have very strong views and I'm very passionate about what I feel about things and how I see things. Very passionate about it. So there's that. And because I am now raising a young lady, that's why I feel the way that I feel, because I had to do the same thing. And I did a great job raising her because she's very independent. Very, very independent. But when we're independent, that's how we're perceived as masculine, or we're aggressive and we're this and that and the third. But what else would you expect when you have to stand in the paint like a man is supposed to be doing? Because if we're going to keep it all the way real, all the way back to Bible days, we came from y'all real. And as long as we provide our femininity, that's it and that's all. Y'all supposed to do all of that. But by the time we decide to be in a relationship with you, we done been doing what y'all supposed to be doing. So if you can't understand that and give grace to it because it's a real thing, then you'll always feel that way. And you'll probably miss out on some really, really great women, some really, really great partners. Because even though whatever relationship I get in, he's going to provide. But he has a very, very good partner on his team that will make us surpass whatever else relationships he's been in with women who are just there for you to provide. There's a difference. Exactly. Exactly. And therefore, that allows us to be in what we call today our soft girl era. So that when you all go out into the world to go make the money, when you come back to your castle, you can be treated like a king. And we want to do that because we appreciate what you do. But when we are expected to stand in the paint with you, as well as come home, take care of the babies, clean the house, cook the food, yeah, can't respect that, can't love that, can't nurture that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I've been doing all that by myself. So why do I need to add you to it? You said, but women are supposed to come into the relationship with less baggage than modern women. Well, what's the difference between modern a woman and modern women? Tell me your definition, and then I could be able to answer you. And thank you for coming down. So I guess you were one of the ones that was up in my bus, just trying to get a feel for me and whatever. That's what's up. That's what's up. But also, I need all of you to understand that when you put yourself out here in situations such as this, you have to have an initial shell up to make sure that you're not grabbing all of these energies that come through here. And most energies that come through stuff like this is negative. They're either triggered, they feel some type of way, or they just want to make you feel some type of way. So you definitely have to keep your guard up until you realize who the person is and what's their motive. Okay? So that's what you got at first. And if it wasn't warranted, I apologize. Because you have no idea how many people come through my chat that are, no doubt, very intelligent. Very intelligent. And so when they do that, they assume that you are not. So they try to throw sticks and hide their hand, and I have to break their ass down and let them know who streets they done ran across or whatever. You smart and so am I. So let's match wits. Let's do that. But poking and jabbing and think you're gonna get away with it, won't work over here. But what is your definition of a modern woman? Opposed to any other kind of woman. What's your definition? Cause to me, I feel like our dynamic with man and woman or whatever situation that you're in, a lot of the preconceived notions are based on societal norms, and I don't move on societal norms. I move on my life experience and stuff like that. And so most people that come in and they get to talking, they talking off societal norms, and because I'm unapologetically Carmen, that means I don't give a damn about societal norms. I don't give a damn about what other people say it's supposed to be and how other people say it's supposed to go. Just me. Just me. So take me for example. I'm an androgynous woman. I can give real, real, real rough masculine or whatever, and I can give all of this femininity as well. Just switch it right on up. But most people that can't do that, they don't know how to take me. Okay? And so they come in, they try to place their societal norms on me, and that's not it. Like, as much masculine as I can be very, very feminine as well. Because that's what I was put here to be, you know? And so when you got to talking about masculine, then I felt like you was poking and you was jabbing or whatever, because I am. I am. But what most people don't know is that we all carry some feminine and some masculine, men and women. So there's that. But if you go catch one of my other lives or whatever, you'll be able to see some of the things that I have to say about that stuff, because I've been dating the women the majority of my life. And so when it comes to men, I have a whole nother way of looking at things. And I don't think that it falls within the realms of a modern woman, because you still didn't give me a definition. But I don't think it falls within the realms of a modern woman. I am a woman from back in the day, because I saw my dad provide for my mom. I saw my mom go to work and keep her money. I saw my mom come home and make sure the castle was good and took care of him and nurtured him and sent him on back out here in this terrible world that just love to play in black men's face. Okay, and so I'm not anything else other than that for me as regards to a man is uncivilized. Okay. I would definitely give you that. You are absolutely correct because I have actually dealt with that in my life, dealing with being a female and dealing with other females. So that is absolutely correct. Because what I call that is people not looking for love, they looking for help. You know, that's it and that's all. But I would be operated by the women of yesterday as regards to men. I won't accept anything less than that. And it's a lot of women that don't know how to get into their femininity. So when they hear somebody talking about being their femininity being the only thing they need to come with to the table, they don't even understand that. Well, you should do this, well, you shouldn't expect this, and you shouldn't expect that. I don't expect anything. It's just going to be that way when I'm with the right person. But if it's not that way, I can stand in the paint by myself. Plain and simple. Hey, Albie, how you doing, babe? Long time no see. How you been? How you been? Why you say Todd Bridges? Did a little light bulb come on or something? Because the way I see it, at the end of the day, when it comes to all other cultures, if you're paying attention in those situations, it goes exactly how it's supposed to go as regards to the dynamic. You know what I'm saying? It's only in our culture that it doesn't go that way and that men are appalled by the fact that they're supposed to provide. But I understand for a black man, it's harder for them to make what they need to make, like other cultures, to provide and be comfortable and live nice and drive nice. So they be needing help. But instead of seeing that like that and speaking on it like that, they make it a whole big thing where, oh, we're so masculine and we're this and that and the third, so they can make an excuse to go over here to the other side that's just gonna appease them because they already got everything. Credit, all of that. You know? So it's basically like my friend said the other day, like men have to have to stand in themselves and be ready to be a man and provide. Like you gotta put yourself in a position to provide and be a man. And if you haven't done that, then you really don't have nothing to say. Mm-mm. But I feel like it mostly happens in our culture because of what it is that I just said. Like we have so many different dynamics, and I feel like when it comes to black men, most of them or whatever, they didn't grow up in a two-parent home. The ones that did grow up in a two-parent home, they understand exactly what I'm saying because they watched it their own self, so they know how they supposed to move. But the ones that didn't grow up with a father in their home and they watch their mom stand in the paint and do everything, then when they become adults, they expect you to be able to do that and actually feel like they're an asset to you because they watched their mama not have a man and their mama made it. So you should be happy with what little I bring to the table. Mm-mm. Not me. Mm-mm. Exactly. And not make excuses about it. Because that's what most of them do. There's so many podcasts on here with these young men and older men that are just literally talking out the side of their neck. But it's our young men, our black young men that are doing that. You don't see podcasts of other cultures talking about and downgrading their women and all of that because they have the ability to provide for them in the way that they know they're supposed to. And they don't have a reason to make excuses other than I just can't do it, you know? I just can't do it. But I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say, oh, well, they this and they that and they this to hide the fact that I can't do it any fucking way. So there's that. And then another thing about what you said about other cultures securing men when they younger or whatever the case might be. Um, I feel like the big problem with that, with us African American women, well, them, I ain't finna put myself in that, but other African American women, they don't put themselves in a position to find a high value man. There's that. I actually was just talking to my kid about that today. You have to change people, places, and things when you want something different. If you done been in a certain situation for a while and you see that that's not what you want, that's not how you want, you're not attracting what it is you're trying to attract, then you put yourself where you need to be so that you can attract these type of people. So that's the difference between us and them. They know that. At every TV show or every documentary or whatever you can ever watch, you will see that these women go and get themselves together and they go to the best bar in town or the best restaurant in town and sit and put the titties out and cross their legs and meet them a high value man. But a lot of us don't think of that. You know, all we see is Pookie or whatever. And so they go for Pookie. Pookie that's selling the drugs and driving around in the rental cars and all that type of shit. That's the best they know to get. Sad but true. That drink good. So what you do, Ty? Well, I can agree to that to a certain extent because I think we all do that. All of us as African Americans, we do that. We talk down on each other, which is what the flower people want to see. They sit back and eat it up and smile. So I don't really think that has much to do with the actual relationship dynamic as it has to do with the culture. You know what I'm saying? Our culture likes to tear each other down or whatever without critical thinking or thinking for themselves. So I feel like that's why that happened. And I think the 52% of black men that are single, they realize what it is that I'm saying. They know that they can't really do what they're supposed to do, so they don't do it. They just don't do it. They'll go spend their money on a strip or some shit and stay home. What's up, Creative P? How you doing, baby? But that's still a prime example of what I'm saying. You know, at the end of the day, when it comes to us, like, we are self-hating. If we're gonna be honest, like, a lot of us be self-hating because of the conditioning that we have received to hate each other. It's only our culture that has a such thing as colorism, where you feel better, you feel like you're better or whatever because you got a lighter skin. We just have too much bullshit going on in our culture that you don't realize that even when you have a negative feeling or a negative thought, you can still be respectful with it. You know what I'm saying? But we don't get that because we be self hating so bad that we just do it. We just do it. I felt like other cultures understand what I'm saying. And even though if they might feel a certain type of way about what be going on, it's still a level of respect though. We don't have a level of respect for others because we don't respect our fucking self. So there's that. Oh, great. It was your birthday. How old are you, baby? And I'm great. Thank you so much for asking. I appreciate that. I had a wonderful day. Just a wonderful day. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, I'm a content creator, and so because they censor us as much as they do, the way that my mind works and how I critical think, I'm going to say what I have to say to you. I'm going to make you feel how I have to make you feel. And the algorithm is not going to even understand. But if you're on my level of intelligence, then you're going to understand it. But not flower, 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 Flour. The algorithm is not going to delete that comment, but you knew exactly what the hell I was saying to you. Like that. Well, that's good, Ty. That's good. So we talk about this situation. So tell me, are you single? Are you married? Do you have a girlfriend? You have a little person or whatever? What's your dynamic? Do you have kids? Okay, Miss 35, period. Did you go out with your girlfriend? How's all that going? Everything going good with y'all? Y'all got y'all place? I think the last time I talked to you, you was getting their place with your girl. How's that going? And then the one thing also that you gotta understand, Ty, and this is not a race thing. This is a human race thing. That at some point in your life, man or woman, you have to be by yourself for your journey. hmm You have to do that so that you can be accountable for yourself and your part in things. Because the first beginning of our life, it's always everybody else's fault because we think we know everything and we're perfect, and everybody else is the problem. And then once life happens to you, a little bit or a lot, then you start to realize that you have to take some accountability for your own self. And in that point, that's when you need to be alone so you can really deal with those things. But in the midst of dealing with yourself in your journey, you still got to take care of yourself. You still got to go do this. You still got to go do that. And most women get hardened and frustrated off of that shit because that's not our destiny. That's not the way that it's supposed to be. You know. So when you said something about women aren't made to be alone or whatever, very very true. But at some point, everybody got to be by themselves so they can reckon with themselves. You know. It's a lot of people that have been married for many many years or whatever, and they don't even know themselves. They don't know themselves because they threw themselves into a relationship that was basically surrounded by a whole nother human being that can't go with them when they die. So they ain't had enough time or space to learn or know or get to know themselves. Because just think about all the women and men, and once they get divorced, what's the first thing that they say? Oh, I didn't know myself. I'm so glad to have this time by myself so that I could get to know this and know that about myself. But you just spent 20 years of your life that you're not going to get back pouring that into somebody else. So is it really the dream to be married and have somebody on the side of you your whole life? Or is it the dream for you to be able to stand on your own 2 feet so that you could be able to know who you are and be the very best version of yourself for somebody else? I think it's the latter of the two. I'm not half of 35. Listen, I don't even think like that at my big age, baby, because that'll depress me. Oh, Lord. But I hear you, baby. I'm glad you had a good time. And, Todd, that would be where I'm at with things in my life. I am in the transition of me knowing me, understanding me, working on me, healing me, so that I can be the very best version of myself. And I couldn't have done that being with somebody else. When we get in a relationship with somebody else, we're half of ourselves, and they're the other half. And that other half that we don't deal with, that's the part that needs reckoning with. So the more you stay with people, the more you get not to know yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about all the relationships that you've been in, and good, bad, or indifferent in the relationship. Like, it becomes a we, or whatever the case might be. It becomes a we. And then when you get away from them after you done been with them for however long you done been with them, then you feel a sense of relief because now you can move how you want to move as the one person that you are and that you came in the world as. It's always like that. So when that happened to me in my life a couple different times, and I saw that for what that was, like, I need to be by myself to get myself together. I'll never be able to do it with somebody else. I can dig it, baby. I can definitely dig it. You a couple years older than my daughter. She's 33. And I don't think she ever said she was half of 66. That's definitely a new one right there, for real. Thank y'all for the love. I see y'all giving me lights. Tap the screen for your girl. Okay? Let YouTube know you cool over here. Go check out the description and see the things that I have linked down there. If you like my necklace and you like to get one for yourself or a gift for a loved one or whatever, we got some holidays coming up here. The link is down in the description to get you one. It comes with this, the matching bracelet, earrings, and a ring. Can't beat that, and she love it. It's very classy. Y'all see what it do to me. Cute. Period. So yeah, all of that's down in the description. And if you wanted to support the channel or whatever the case might be, Cash App's down there too, or whatnot. So there's that. Amazon influencer. Y'all going on over there and follow me on Amazon. I go live over there too. You say you married as a couple, were single 8 years. Oh, baby, I'm confused. Okay, you married as a couple and were single 8 years. I don't get it, baby. I don't know. Reword that for me, Todd, because I don't understand what you're trying to tell me. Is you trying to tell me that y'all married still, but y'all not together for the last 8 years, and y'all got 3 kids, and you 37? Is that what you're saying? Yes, girl. Amazon has a live stream. Who knew? Who knew? Because I sure ain't know, but they definitely do. They definitely do. Mostly, the ones that is going live are celebrity people or whatever. Um, Portia and people from the Housewives and all that. And then me, period. Yes, sir. But yeah, they let you go live over there so you could be able to talk about the products and stuff like that or whatever when you're an influencer. So yeah, I'll be going live over there. I had done sold a whole bunch of these. Mm-hmm. I did because I went over there and did a retwist on my head um on live, and I sold a lot of stuff. So yeah, but I'm trying to build up my little audience over there, and so I would surely appreciate if y'all follow me over there so I can see some familiar places, see some familiar faces down in my chat. Thank you, boo. I appreciate it. Is you are you elaborating, Todd? Or at least answer me, did I get it right? Because how you wrote it, I didn't really understand what you were saying. Y'all tap the screen for you, girl, and push the live out to people who want to come in here and have a real conversation about a conversation. And yeah, Creative P, I have decided that I was going to walk in my femininity at this point, and I am going to start back. Well, I have already started back dating guys or whatever. So this is all this femininity that you getting right now, baby. And I had to put my robe on because I had some little pre-verbs talking about my rap. And that ain't the goal. That ain't the goal. I just like wearing dresses with no straps when I'm on my femininity because it looks really, really good with my tattoos. Well, I don't know. I think that our parents are to raise us to know how to be productive citizens. But after that, it's on us. It's on us. You know, once we done left our parents' bodies, we are our own entity until we are adults. And then once we are adults, like it don't have nothing to do with our parents. I really do think that because I feel like it's a lot of people that think that, oh, well, you ain't raised them right, this, that, and the third, or whatever. But once you become an adult, your choices are your choices. Women have to aspire to want to do or learn whatever it is they want to learn. But at the same time, if you don't have no role models and you didn't watch in your house how it's supposed to go, or whatever you did see in your house, that's what you think is the way it's supposed to go, then that's what causes the discrepancy, Even though I know it's some people that came from a real shit background or whatever, and they chose to do whatever they had to do, and they got in very functional relationships that they never saw before. So it's always an exception to the rule, but the majority of people go with what they saw in their house. And most, like I said earlier, most black men saw in their house their mama standing in the paint, and it wasn't no man. Duh. And so when it's time for you to be the man or whatever, you really feel like whatever you bring to the table, she should be happy with that. Cause shit, I saw my mama make it. My mama ain't have no man, and you ain't better than my mama. So what I need to do all that for? My mama had it, you should get it. But that is so ignorant. That is so ignorant, and that's why you don't find high value women. Cause high value women is not gonna be attracted to the shit that you putting out at all. So that makes your theory seem like it's correct because you keep running across or you keep attracting the same bullshit you putting out in the world. You know what I'm saying? But as a couple, y'all are single. Lord have mercy. Now that's some modern day shit. That boy, I'm trying to tell you. So let me ask you this: did your wife's parents teach her how to be a wife from you how you see it or whatever from your perspective? Do you think that your wife's parents taught her? Or no? And is that why y'all are married but y'all single? Oh Lord. And then the one thing that I also know when it comes to men, like y'all mature a lot later than we do. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot. And that ain't just me talking, like that's scientific data. You know what I mean? So from the original thing that I was talking about my kid, I get, you dating somebody a lot older because at least they can relate to your mindset. But that's it. They can relate to your mindset. And unless, you know what I'm saying, they are really, really for real on the up and up, which most of them aren't. They looking for arm candy or whatever. Then I just feel like that's not a situation that you should be in because those old ass people will snatch your life away from you. They'll put all of their idioms, all of their bullshit on you, and you haven't even begun to start your journey. So that's why I feel like we have ages so that we can be able to identify somebody that is relatable to us and what it is we're trying to do at that point in our life or journey. So if it's more than 10 years, well, I don't even, 10 years is too much. If it's more than 6 or 7 years, then that person is not going to be aligned with your journey. It might feel like it in the beginning because most people gonna love bomb the fuck out you if that's what they want. If they want you, they gonna do all of that. But once you done got with them and you around them and y'all ain't got really shit in common or none of that type of shit, other maybe some money or trips or whatever we doing or whatever. But when it really come down to it, when there ain't no TV on, no radio on, nothing, and we can't just sit there and vibe and talk for hours, yeah, we not on the same level. We not aligned. Period. And that's one of the things I know because that's how I date. Like if we can't sit with nothing on, we ain't going gotta go to the movies, we ain't gotta go spend money, we just can't sit with whatever we like, a drink or something, and turn off everything and just vibe and talk for hours, we're not aligned. And I'm not gonna waste my time with that. So is that your answer? Your wife was prepared for life of hard work? Yeah, I remember you, Levi. You still up and you done made it on back over here, huh? Because if y'all married but y'all single, then that's the prime example of what it is that I say. Obviously, y'all not aligned. But a lot of times when people don't be aligned and they have intertwined, their worldly things, their worldly goods or whatnot, then, you just stay together for the stuff. But we only got one life to live, and we don't really have enough time to just be staying with people for stuff that we can't take with us when it's time for us to die. So there's that. Because the one thing I ain't never seen is a U-Haul behind a hearse. I ain't never seen that. So because I know that and I see that perspective in that way, it doesn't matter what we will accumulate together. I can get that back, but I can't get my time back that I continue to waste with you and we not aligned. Which means I'm not living my best life. I'm not happy or any of that. So I'm not willing to do that. You have all that shit. I'll get it back, but I'm finna go straight like that. You had to train her. You a narcissist a little bit, a little bit. Cause you shouldn't have to train nobody to do nothing. They train animals. They train dogs and shit. She's a human. So it might be something you need to think about though, my guy. I understood exactly what you mean. Your ways of doing things, but remember, the most of my life I've been dating women, and I'm the masculine in the situation. So I've been there and I've done that, and because I've been there and I've done that, I can speak on it. When you feel like you have to train somebody, you're not aligned with them, and eventually, that's going to be the demise of things because they're a person, they're not an animal. But you said, let me see what you said. But that the way you see it is like you have deemed yourself a high value man, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that. However, I feel like I'm a high value woman as well, but it is not my place to make somebody adopt my idioms. If they don't already come in and we're aligned, meaning that what I like they just do it naturally, then that's not it. Because eventually they're gonna get tired of doing it my way just to appease me. And maybe your way wasn't her way. That's why you had to train her. So one day she might want to just do it her way. And is you gonna be able to handle that? But I understand what you mean when you say that you wanted a God fearing woman. Basically, that's what you're saying, or whatever. But at the same time, you got to look outside of your blinders and realize, like I realize, I don't subscribe to Christianity because it has been just all mucked up with human people capitalizing in the midst of Christianity or whatever. And so I don't subscribe to that. And but at the same time, I have my own personal relationship with the Lord. Wherever I drop on my knees, I am in His presence. Period. So nobody gets to come in and tell me that I need to go to church with them. I need to do all of these things because that's your way of serving, and that's fine. But you can't put your way on somebody else. Just like I said, like y'all either align where they feel the same way when they come in, or they don't, and then you make a decision if you gonna be able to deal with it. If you can't, then you go on about your business. But trying to change people to see things your way, that's very narcissistic. And I'm not being funny with you. I'm speaking on what I know because that's how I was. That's how I was. And that's what I came to understand as the way that I was doing things. I was being very narcissistic. And because I wasn't where I needed to be in my mind, like I was literally trying to make people adopt my idioms, just like you said. And it didn't work. It was cute for a while, of course. It definitely was. But eventually people get tired of that. And they want to just be their own self, even if you don't agree with it, even if it's something that's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very important to you. They don't have to. And that should be okay. Exactly. You feeling me, creative P? Because baby, you say you 37. I got you by like about 11 years, and so obviously we done had some of the same situations or whatever happen, and I'm here to tell you, like anything that you try to push on somebody, it might look good in the beginning because they accept it, but eventually they gonna get tired of accepting your ways and they just want to have it their way, and it ain't nothing wrong with that. But to me, it was because I'm a high value woman. I'm doing this for you. I'm doing that for you. I do this versus what other people do. Blah blah blah. All that. So you should understand why I got to be this way. Blah 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 blah. But it don't. It don't. What I should have done as a high value person is realize that this person does not align with me, and not caught no feelings or none of that, and went on about my business and attracted what did align with me, so that we have a chance to stay together. That's my story. So you say that it's in the Bible to train her to make you happy? Huh. Okay. Well, how y'all was when y'all got together? Well, how old she was when y'all got together? And how much blowback did you get while you was trying to teach her to make you happy, if any at all? Because I feel like it's one thing to put your thought patterns out there of how you like things to be done and this and that and the third or whatever. But if they don't want to do it, or that's not the way that they do things, then you're not aligned. You can't just make people do what you want to do, regardless of what the Bible say or any of that. Honestly, we are humans that are having our own experience and our own journey, and whatever we didn't get right, we'll reckon with it later. You know, but narcissism is a real thing. It's a real thing. hmm And that falls in the lines of it. Just keeping it real with you. Because, baby, if you would have been a fly on the wall in some of my relationship, well, actually, just even this last one, if you would have been a fly on the wall in that relationship, you would have been able to see, like, all what I'm saying is true, because I went into that relationship with all my things, all the things, honey. It got to be this way, that way, this way, that way. And I went through hell in that relationship. And now that I'm out of it, the one thing that I understand why I went through hell, because I was trying to make somebody be something they wasn't. And even though, like I said, it was cute for a minute or whatever, but they got tired of being somebody that they wasn't, which was somebody that wasn't aligned with me. And that about drove me to butt nuts, because I feel like, well, damn, you don't see me? You don't see what I got going on? Like, why you can't just do this simple thing? Like, to me, it's simple, but maybe to them it's not. Obviously, to her, it wasn't. So we had to go our separate ways, plain and simple. Because staying with somebody that doesn't, I would say, see you, for a lack of a better word, enough to be able to pick up on their own what is required of you, then that's not in them. And you finna make them do shit they don't want to do. And they're doing it for whatever perks and benefits that they get or whatever at that point, you know? And who wants to be with somebody that's just with them for the perks and benefits, because they really don't want to do shit you want them to say or do, or whatever the case might be. They just there. Eventually that shit just fall apart. And all that time got wasted. So now in my life, I don't subscribe to that. I still have my boundaries, the things that I want, the things that are what's the word, non-negotiables. I still have those. They ain't go nowhere. But what had to happen is she had to go somewhere, because it ain't aligned. So now, being single and whatever I attract, if they don't have those qualities, or those qualities aren't naturally in them, then I'm good. I won't waste my time with that. That's just how I do it. All right, Miss Janetta. Thank you for stopping by, baby. I'll see you the next time. But yes, you are the head of the relationship. You head of the household and all that. But you gotta be head of the household of a woman that is aligned with you, that how you see things and how you want things done, it comes naturally to them. But when it doesn't come naturally to them, and you have to feel like you have to train them, or you have to show them how to love you, or do the same, do whatever, whatever, and you stay with them, you are narcissistic, bro. Yeah, because if you're not narcissist, you will see that this person was not aligned with you, and you would have never been with them or wasted your time trying to do all that. Just because you the head of household don't mean you have to make all the rules and make it be a certain type of way or whatever. When you do that, you're being narcissist. You're being away. Like, just because you the head of household don't mean that you lead everything. They are a part of it. And so because they're a part of it, maybe some of the things that you require they don't want to fucking do. So that's how I end up feeling like you had to train them because they didn't really want to do it. That wasn't what they was used to or whatever the case might be, and that's okay. That's what I'm trying to say. Narcissist is a person that sees somebody that they want, and even though you can clearly see that they not aligned with what you want, but you try to make them be. That's narcissism. Gaslighting, setting boundaries that are unattainable for these particular people because that's not what they own. And the gaslighting is the, do you not see me? Do you not understand that this situation, other people don't have this? I'm a good man to you. Other people don't have men like me that do this and do that. Blah, blah, blah. That's gaslighting. And that's a major trait of narcissism. I just gave you your definition, Tommy, of a narcissist. They come in, they love bomb you, and make you think that they fixing to be everything that you need so that you will now attach to them. And then when you attach to them, then they switch it up. Well, I'm the head of household, so I need things to be like this, and that. But you ain't say all of that while we was dating and all of that enough for me to understand, well, maybe I need to get the fuck around you because I don't want to do none of that. So there's that. The whole I'll be the best man for you and this and that or whatever. I do this. I have this great job. You'll have this. You'll have that. Let me send you some flowers. Let me send you some roses. Let me do some things for you that I know nobody else ain't did for you so that I can hook you in. And then once I hook you in, then now I'm going to tell you how you're going to need to repay me for all those things I did by doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that. And I need things this way or that way. And now they in the room scratching their damn head like, what the fuck I done got into? Just keeping it real. No, I know what you said. The When you first said it, you said you had to train her to love God because she should have already naturally been able to do that. That's the first thing you said. Then you turned around and you said, "Well, I had to show her how to take care of me and love me the way I wanted to." I understand exactly what you said. But if you heard what I said to this comment where you said then she could have left a long time ago, that's easier said than done when you done put down roots with somebody, you know, and you thought that it was gonna be one way, but it's another way, and now y'all got all these things intertwined with each other or whatever. That's easier said than done. That's why you have to vet people in the beginning. You have to take time to get to know people for a good long time. You need to see people in they good, they bad, they rich, they poor, when they mad, when they sad. You need to see all of that before you get to the point where you even be with them, let alone marry them. But narcissists don't give you that because narcissists are going to continue to be, try to be whatever it is that they know you want, so you will stay so that we can move this to the next level. And now, once we're in the next level, now all of that comes out. That's what I'm saying. So maybe that's why she didn't go. You just sat here and said earlier that y'all married, but y'all been single. So why you think it's like that? Thank you for the compliment, baby. It's not a shirt, it's my robe, but thank you. No, I don't need to look up the definition, baby, because I've lived damn near 50 years, and in my life experience, that's the definition of a narcissist. Okay? I don't need to go and see somebody else's definition. I've lived through it. Okay? That's the difference. Okay? Not only have I lived through it on the vice versa side, I lived through it because I was one. Okay? And most people not even able to admit that's a thing for them. They don't have enough accountability for that. But I took care of that and I went to therapy and I did all of that so I can admit who I was and what I was. Okay? And it destroyed my relationship that I thought was going to be forever. But it wasn't because of that. Every definition I just gave you from real life, not a book or Google. Okay? But at the end of the day, then that's good. Like, if y'all can have conversations about stuff, then that's good. Because when you communicating, then there's always a better chance of things getting on track and y'all being able to understand each other and be able to coexist. But most times when there's a narcissist a part of things or whatever, all of that don't be going on. All that don't be going on. You just expect it to be a certain type of way. And I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about me. Talk about me. And my therapist told me that I was an A1 narcissist, period. So can't nobody come in here and tell me I need to go read a book and figure out what it is, because I was that. I probably, my picture is probably my picture is probably by the word narcissist in the dictionary, straight up. So that's a bad thing to you that your wife would want to bring you breakfast in bed. If I'm understanding you correctly. Okay, I give you that one. I give you that one. Because my initial diagnosis had to do with negativity, which would be the opposite of what you said, would be that I expect breakfast in bed and your ass is not doing it. Where's my breakfast? So I get it. I get it. I understand. Not to say that I didn't initially, but I was just trying to figure you out because you got to understand I can't see you or whatever. So I'm trying to figure you out and really have a full understanding of what's going on um, in the situation so that I am saying what I need to say for real. You know what I'm saying? So with that example, then that makes sense. That makes sense. Because for me, it was, I was used to being served my dinner, my breakfast, my lunch, and then I got with a person that didn't even want to cook. And that shit about drove me nuts. So yeah, I get it. Okay, I get it. All right, that sounds very healthy. But how I perceived it earlier didn't sound healthy. And I just was speaking on the unhealthy part of things. But if that's how I go, then yeah, I give you that. I'll give you that. One for you, none for me. But I'm still trying to figure out that. But we together, but we single part because if it go like that, then what is that little idiom that you have with saying that? You know what I'm saying? Like if you was able to be able to kind of train her to know how to handle you versus where she was at before or whatever, then you know what I'm saying? Why y'all at that point? And then the one also something else you gotta understand about us women, you know what I'm saying? Even us women that are very outspoken and this and that and the third, when it comes to the person that we love and that's very close to us, it don't always do that. You know, with certain situations and certain things that need to be addressed, it ain't always like that in those situations. You know. I can say that because I'm very strong willed or whatever. But when it comes to the person that I love, and if I feel like it might hurt their feelings or we gotta argue about it and all that, I just don't say the shit. No, okay. First love kind of shit, huh? But you know, I have mad respect for those type of relationships or whatever because I definitely have some people in my life that are, I would say, examples to me because you know they started during their high school musical, and here we are almost in our 50s and they still together. And I know that it's a harder feat to stay together with somebody that long than for you to just, you know, go and do all these other things or whatever the case might be. Because each person that's walking this life, they have to go through certain things. They have to cheat, they have to lie, they have to do this, they have to do all that shit. And if you stand with one person, then one person, you know what I'm saying, is gonna wear the brunt of that. And for you to be able to have that happen and y'all still keep going, like that's a flex. Cause most people can't take it just because they don't understand what I just said. Like people gotta go through what they gotta go through in their journey. And just because y'all together and they love you, don't stop what they gotta go through in their journey, you know? So when people go out and cheat and do all that stuff, like that's a part of their journey. They gotta learn from it. They gotta do it so they can learn from it. Oh my God, you didn't love me. You blah 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 blah, all of that. But yeah, people can love you and still they still gotta go through their journey. And I've learned that. So that's why with because I mostly attract people your age, and so that's why I don't entertain it because I've already done all of that in my life, and because I understand that at that age there are still some things you still got to go through that I just don't want to deal with again. That's in my rearview mirror. And for me to get with you, I'm about gonna take that from you because I don't want to deal with it. You understand? Like I'm not gonna be cool with you going through what I know you gotta go through because it's gonna affect me. So why would I even put myself in that situation? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't date younger. I don't entertain them like that. How you doing, George Murray? How you doing? How was your day, baby? What's facts? What part of what I just said was facts? I think all of it was, but what was good for you? But I really do think that more people should speak on what I just said because of the fact that it's a pivotal point in your life to understand that, and I feel like that's what will let you sustain a relationship that can go on for years and years and years. That you understand that because some people dudes will go out and they'll cheat and they'll make a whole nother life or whatever in the midst of that. And some people can't deal with it. They couldn't. Why did you do that? Oh my God, do you not love me? It don't have nothing to do with that. It had to do with a lesson that he had to learn in his life. And if you love him and you know that, then you just gonna be along for the ride, I guess. You know, that's a real thing. Yeah. Not only do we gotta go through something to receive something, we gotta go through stuff to learn and grow in our journey. Our journeys in life is like school. You have to go through each grade, take a test to move to the next one. That's how life is. And some of those lessons are very, very hard. And if you settle yourself down with somebody who doesn't understand that, it makes life just that much harder. But I wasn't that person in my heyday or whatever. But older now, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But because I get it, I wouldn't entertain somebody who hasn't already been through at least the journeys, parts of my journey that I done been through. You know, you understand what I'm saying? But somebody who has, and I know that they still got certain things they still got to learn. We're not gonna break up over that because I get it. You know, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna have a conversation about it, and then we're gonna move the fuck on. Cause being in your life as your love interest is not a prerequisite to you not having the lessons you're supposed to learn in life. It's not. Me being in your life, I should be mature enough to understand that you have lessons you gotta learn in life and be able to help you go through them or whatever. And if that's not what I want to do, then I can't be around you. I gotta go on about my business, you know. But most people don't see that. They'll just whine and feel some type of way and internalize everything and take shit personal and all that, and they don't be having shit to do with you, basically. So is it about that you don't want breakfast in the bed, or is it about the fact that you know that that's something that she did for somebody else, and you don't want her using those tactics? Because who cares? As we get older and we grow, we pick up on a lot of things from other people. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. The same person that I was when I was a kid and how I loved on somebody or how I nurtured somebody is definitely not the same way that it is now, because I done lived a little. I done been in some things or whatever, and I done learned some things, and I done put some things to the side. But at the same time, at this age, those are supposed to be, well, how do you say that? Additives to things, and not something that you look at like, oh, well, you used to do that with your boyfriend. I don't want that, but I want you to do this. That's getting a little immature to me, especially when it comes to breakfast in bed. Because who the fuck don't want somebody to bring them breakfast in bed every day? Most people can expect that maybe on the weekend or whatever, but if they're doing it every day, that's something I would just add to my arsenal. Okay, well, thanks, babe. I love that. I ain't even never had that before, so thank you for bringing that into my life. But that's me. Let me say something, brother. You a narcissist. Oh my god, bro. I can't. Cause you is. You say you had to teach you how to blow your Johnson, bro. You don't have to teach nobody how to do none of that. All you gotta do is just lay back and let them learn on their own. Cause from a woman's point of view, at the end of the day, bro, I don't want nobody to tell me nothing. I want to learn how to love on your body the way you want it on my own. You know what I'm saying? It makes it like it's a lesson. They take the fun out of it and all that. You tell me, no, do it this way. No, do it. Man, fuck you. Because you just done took the whole vibe away. Don't nobody feel like all that. You know? So every relationship that I've ever been in, that I definitely had a couple people trying to tell me how, I got it. This is new, and everything new you have to learn. But I get it. I'll get it on my own. All that moving my head and all that, No, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Because I'm quite intelligent and I'm quite crafted at the things that I do when it comes to down below or whatever. But every woman is different or whatever the case might be. So you just have to have time to learn. And the fun is in the learning. The fun is in the learning how to please your new mate. It's not no fun to have a motherfucker moving your head and doing all that. That make you don't even want to do the shit. Well, I don't think that either, because being a married woman is not a trophy or anything. It's not. So people, I don't agree with that. Because I feel like most married women that actually stay with their husband, they like your wife. They got to deal with all of that shit right there, and I ain't dealing with that. So I'm not inspired by that. Act the fuck off. No, sir. If I'm going to be married to somebody, we are going to do this life together and we're going to learn on our own together. I'm not fixing to be with nobody that is going to, oh, because we're married, you expect this and you expect that and you should be able to do it like this and do it. Oh, that's not right. Do it this way. Man, fuck that. We are both adults here. You know what I mean? So no, I'm not inspired by married women. I'm not. Not at all. Because they be dealing with a whole lot of shit that I just wouldn't deal with. Just to say I'm married or just to have somebody provide. Mm-mm. I would not. So, you wrong with that one. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And the reason why is because most of these wives, they not even their own self. They living their life for their fucking husband and what he like and what he want. That don't seem like no prize to me. Because every time they get away from y'all last, they be happier than a punk with a bag of dicks. And I wonder why that be. Because they done live most of their life doing their life for their husband. I got one life. I'm not living my life for no other human being other than my child. And she is now adult, so I'm not even living for her no more. I'm living for me and what makes me happy. And it would definitely not make me happy for a motherfucker to think they gotta teach me how to suck their dick. At all. And see, because you have that statistic in your head that black women are the least married, then you feel like they should be happy if they able to get married and they able to have a man. So you got me. So you need to do this and do that because you know all these other girls they don't got no man or whatever. And they ain't doing that. So you should be happy to do it. That's narcissism, baby. That's narcissism. Because if we gonna keep it all the way G, we are the superior race, whether we are male or female. So, baby, please believe we will be all right without y'all. Please believe, because it took us to bring y'all here. So there's that. We will be just fine. And I have a lot of married friends, a lot of married women, and they ain't happy. If we gonna keep it real, they ain't happy. They go home and they make y'all feel like they happy because they want y'all to do what y'all do. But when they be with their girlfriends, they ain't happy at all. And I don't aspire for that. At all. Mm-mm. But at the end of the day, I don't generally attract black people. Period. Black women or black men. I don't generally attract those. So there's that. Yeah, but he planted the seed, but he don't bring life in the world. It's a process. And the process is that you drop your seed and we make babies. We're pushing them out. We're bringing them in the world. So without us, it ain't no evolution. Period. Well, he must be happy if he keeping her around. Because if he feels like he's so superior and she should be happy to have him and she not doing or know how to do what he want, then why is he staying? So he must be happy. Hmm. But I feel like most black men feel like what I just said, like what he said. Black women is the least married women in the world. So when they get the opportunity to be married, then they should be grateful that they're married or whatever. But why? But why? Why should we be grateful? It shouldn't even be on that totem pole of gratefulness. It should be about love and companionship and making memories and growing old together. That's what it should be about. But per him, it's supposed to be about being happy to have you a man or whatever. Cause everybody else that look like you ain't got a man. That's narcissism. Hmm. No, but that's why a lot of men like younger women because they can mold them, control them, and train them. Women of my age, that's never going to happen because I have my own mind. And most men don't like it when you have your own mind because you're probably not going to agree with the bullshit they be putting on the table. So there's that. Because that goes back to what I originally came on here and was talking about with my kid. That's the prime example of it. You can't keep a mature woman with her own mind because she's not to be controlled. I am a woman, an adult, a grown up just like you, with my own mind. And just to be with you, I have to do things the way you want things to be done so you can be happy. But what about me? I'm just supposed to be happy with the fact that I got me a man, huh? Bullshit. Bullshit. What's up, Triluster boy? I hope I'm saying that right. Well, then you would be correct because that's all about the evolution of life. You know what I mean? When you are mature in your mind, you want to be with somebody that's mature as well. You don't want to waste any of your valuable time in your life here teaching somebody that has parents. Nobody got time for that. And nobody got time to be an adult and get with somebody that thinks they need to teach you this or teach you that. No, that's narcissism. How you figure that women feel like they have to control a man? Because how I am, I don't. It don't have nothing to do with controlling. I just want to be able to be there and be my feminine self. Because what I understand, as regards to what goes on with a black man, I know they be playing in y'all face. I know y'all gotta work 20 times harder for what somebody only have to work a little bit for. I know all of that because I'm a mature adult. So when I bring my femininity to the table, when you go out here in this hard world and you deal with all this shit, these flawed people and everybody else got going on, you're gonna come home to your king, to your castle, and be treated like a king, so that you can go right on back out there and deal with it again. That's the evolution. That's how it goes. So it don't have nothing to do with controlling when you dealing with a high value woman. Period. It's a give and take type shit. You go out in the world and you deal with whatever you deal with, just like back in the day in the slavery days or whatever, when the men went on out and they went killed the food and brought it on home or whatever, and she cooked that shit. It's the same way. In my book, we all got our roles to play. So if everybody respect their roles, we'll be good and happy. But most women or most men, they don't respect their roles, so that's why shit be all bumpy and shit. And it be all these expectations. It should never be expectations if you understand the evolution of life and the way it's supposed to go. Both people go in with that, it is never a problem. Why? I know why I'm here. I know what I'm supposed to do. You know why you here. You know what you're supposed to do, and we good. We can love each other and have life and be good. That's how I feel. Thank you, Nashaba Muhammad. I appreciate that, baby. Well, baby, what I can say to you is I know for a fact that most black women don't get that, but I also know for a fact that other culture women, they get that, and that's what they be giving. And that's why some of us feel some type of way about the relationships that they see in other cultures. Well, why you can't do this like this, whatever. But you forgetting the part about what you gotta do. Because all you do is you see her out in the world driving her Benz with her Gucci purse on and this and that and the third. That's what you're worried about as a black woman. But you ain't critical thought enough to see what she does where this man wants to do these things for her. We don't be on none of that shit. We just want the goods and the or whatever, and think that if we get and jump up and down on the dick, that's enough. But that's not how that go. I know that. So when I be saying the shit, I be trying to tell them, but they don't be listening. Like how you own the shit that you own or whatever, but you expect somebody that made 6 figures or plus that would want to be bothered with you. Well, don't you know that they won't want something back in return, and it don't have nothing to do with your pussy, nothing at all. And those things you don't even know you gotta give. But you get to talking to their ass like that, and they don't understand. It's like you wah 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 wah. That's what they hear when you get to talking on that. But they never understand why they don't snag a high value man, because you going in for the wrong reasons. Ain't nobody finna buy you no Gucci bag, and all you want to do is fuck. That's all you got to bring to the table is some coochie, and you might be cute. That ain't how that work. Cause half of them motherfuckers in other cultures, they don't be too cute, but they sure be caked the fuck up. So it don't got nothing to do with no damn looks. It got to do with the femininity that you bring to the table and how you make this man feel. You don't ever, if you come to the table as a feminine woman and you doing what you're supposed to do, you will never have to ask this man to do stuff. All you have to do is drop little hints so he know what it is that you want and that you like and that you desire. And if you giving him the femininity and handling him the way you supposed to handle him, he gonna do that on his own. You don't gotta ask him for shit. But they don't get that. Oh, I asked this nigga for this and that. He don't never do this. He don't want to do that. Well, ask yourself why, baby. Ask yourself why. Thank goodness what, George Murray. You see, when I get to talking on stuff like this, people think that I'm bashing, but I'm not bashing. I'm just keeping it all the way real, you know, because I done dated girls the majority of my life or whatever. But the men that I did date, they were high value men because I understand these things that I'm saying. And in my young life or whatever, when I was dealing with dudes, you know, it's these little chicken heads that felt like they was gonna be able to take what's mine. You can't never take what's mine, and if you can, it wasn't mine to begin with. There's that. And then how somebody is going to treat me, that's not a prerequisite of how they're going to treat you, because you're not me. There's that. The ones that looked a little uglier than me, and ones that was a little bit more beautiful than me, they could never take what's mine, because they can't do like me. They don't understand their femininity like me. And let's not forget that I be looking masculine as shit, so they really be thinking that I don't know nothing about being a woman. But I know a little bit more than you think, baby girl, because I don't have to ask. They just give it to me. Well, that's true, because once you change your category from single to married, then you have to change your playground. You have to change your people, places, and things. You shouldn't expect to sit around a bunch of single people and get a vibe as married people. That don't work. Same thing with single people, with how single people feel about being around married people. It's going to make you feel some type of way, because that's not your dynamic right now. So why would you put yourself in that position? Go be around single people, and married people be around married people. It's more healthier. When everybody married or whatever and they got their own shit, y'all can go sit down, go get y'all a little cabin or whatever and chill, sit down around the round table, whatever, and talk and learn from each other. But a single person that ain't never been married or done been married before in a real fucked up relationship, they're not gonna understand shit what y'all got going on. And they gonna try to throw monkey sticks in that shit because they don't get it. So that's a waste of time. I have never aspired to be around married people. I've been married before, to a woman, a Caucasian woman. But when we was married, we had married friends. Single people will throw you off your shit. Straight up. Half of them be hating though. Like I just said, they be hating. And they think that they can get what you got if they hang around enough. But also when I say that type of stuff, they be thinking I be self-hating. But I'm not self-hating. I'll just be speaking the truth. It just is what it is. Because to them, self-hating is me talking down to them because I'm black like they black. But I can give them examples of why our situations go different with as regards to other cultures. It be different. But that's why it's different because those other cultures understand that. I ain't saying all of them, but most of them, most functional relationships you see with the dynamic from back in the day, that's how I roll. He does his thing as the man and you do your thing as the woman, and it ain't just fucking. But it might have to do with like what you said earlier, Todd, where you know you're not raised in that way, where you don't have um, a early thing to be able to see how it's supposed to go within your household. So when you do get out in the world, you got a pretty good idea of how it's what it's supposed to look like. But if that is not a good thing, then you go out in this world misconstrued because the world gonna tell you you're supposed to have a husband, this, that, and the third, but you didn't see that in your house, so you don't really know how that's supposed to go. But if you seen it in your house, then you got a pretty good idea of your role in things or whatever, you know. It's absolutely something to be grateful for if it actually ends up happening that way. Because we all want to get somebody that's going to grow old with us and be there for us when we get older. But just like with kids, if you didn't do that lifetime with that person that married you and do it right, then when you get too old to make a change, you're not going to have nobody there with you. And they leave your ass, you old, you can't get nobody else. So there's that. So you trying to say that only married women is high value? You think so? Well, you got some shit to learn, my boy, and hopefully you get it together before you get too old, and that lady run off from your ass and leave your old ass in the house by yourself. Hopefully, because baby, you got some stuff to learn, honey. Because being married to a whole nother person does not is not has nothing to do with your individual identity, okay? Because you didn't come in the world with that man. You came in the world by yourself. So that is not a prerequisite to if you high value or not, okay? Because I'm not married and I'm definitely high value, period. With a T on the end, honey. Have you been sitting in here listening for the last hour? So there's that. And maybe that's why the Lord brought you in here to listen to me so that you can change some of those idioms and those thought patterns because, baby, that's not true at all. And I choose to be single because if anytime I pick up my phone and dial a number, that phone's going to get answered before that bitch finished ringing the first time. So this is my choice, okay? Because I'm high value, okay? So, yeah, think on that. Think on that. Exactly. And when we deal with people that don't love themselves, that's how we're able to shape, mold, and train them until one day they wake up and realize everything I just said. I'm my own motherfucking person. I came here by my motherfucking self. And this person laying next to me in the bed does not decide or a prerequisite of who the fuck I am. At all. And then what you gonna do? Hopefully you're not too old to go get you somebody else that's gonna fall for that bullshit. But it's gonna happen. Because we all humans and we all evolve. We don't stay the same. So what works right now might not work in another year or two. Another 5 years, you might get another 10 years. But it does not remain the same. Nobody does. So think about that too. Because I don't know how high value you think she felt when you was down, when you was moving her head around so she could suck your dick right. I don't think she probably felt too high value then. Oh Lord. And another thing about that high value stuff, like I said, I done been dating women the majority of my life. But this last little date I just went out on, this is a person that done been watching me for many, many years. So much so that this man said to me that you could come on a date with me with an A shirt on and some basketball shorts. Just please go. So why do you think that was? Hmm? Because I'm giving grown women, it's a grown woman over here. But you said that's why most older men go and get younger girls. But why would you go do that if that's not what you want? Because that's all they, at that point in their life, they know that they could do to try to get their little Balenciaga bags and all that type of shit. That's all they know. So why would you even want to be bothered with that? That's why I know most men that have matured in the way that they're supposed to mature, they want older women. Because the ones they age, they don't get what I'm saying. They want all of these things to happen for them. They want this man to do all of these things, and all they bring to the table is some pussy. And if they cute enough to be able to be a trophy on his arm, but that's it. That's it. That's all. And who got time for that? But for me, I don't even entertain the younger men because even though I know at this point like you mature enough where you see me or whatever the case might be, but it's still stuff you got to go through that I just don't want to participate in. So I don't. But other women do. Other older women, they find it very flattering or whatever. Like I still got it or whatever. The little young boy want me. But just like I told you, we all get old and we all evolve or whatever. And you getting with somebody 20 years younger than you, when your ass is good and old, they still got some spry in them. And they been a hard ass on your ass. And then what you gonna do? I'm not running that risk. I'm not. Mm-mm. From the time when I was younger, I was dating this one little chick. She was I'm gonna say maybe about 10 years younger than me or whatever. And we actually had this conversation. And she said to me, "Well, I'll take care of you, even if we're not together. I always come and I take care of you. You know how that aged. You know how well that aged." So, in the moment, you always think things is going to be however they're going to be. But, you just got to keep living to see that life evolves and things change. Period. So, there's that. Yup. And then all they got to do is jump up on the dead. Period. And that's ridiculous because for me, you're gonna give me 600 hours before I even entertain you in a certain type of way. Like we need 600 hours. I need to be able to see what you got popping, Mr. Gentleman. And if your emotional intelligence isn't good, your mental health isn't good, I'll never know what your dick look like anyway. That's where they be getting it wrong at. They jump on the dick first and then find out the motherfucker is crazy. I don't be on that. And then I had somebody in here last night trying to tell me that high value had to do with monetary. Lord bless his soul. I hope he worked that out before it get too late. Because we can't take money with us. So there is no way in our life that we still alive that we need to feel like money has a prerequisite to anything other than just making us comfortable while we here. But it's so much more deeper than that. Because that shit can't go nowhere with us. But when we on our deathbed, our memories will stay until we take our last breath. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's more or less the relationship don't have no value. It's they don't have no value. They don't have no value. They don't have no self worth or any of that. Because if you had self worth, then trying to fuck somebody before you actually know who they is and if they emotional health is good, they mental shit is good, then you need to go back to the drawing board. Like for real. Cause you finna set yourself up for years of hurt and years of pain. Cause you just with somebody for the wrong reasons. I just have gotten to the point in my life where I know I'm at the middle of my life and I don't want to move forward on no young, retarded idioms. I have sat in nursing homes with people that were high value based on the money that they was able to bring in. And they was in with regrets because it wasn't nobody there with them. No kids, no wife, no nothing. Just them and their regrets of chasing money when they should have been making memories. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Money is a tool for us to be comfortable while we're here. But it doesn't have anything to do with anything else when it comes to a relationship other than making us comfortable. That's it. That's all. It's so much more deeper than that. But it's so many men that don't understand the deeper part. They don't critical think about the deeper part. They just feel like because they wallet fat and they can allow them to wear this and do that and that and the third, that's enough. But those are the men that end up in the nursing home by their damn self with their money. How y'all doing up there in the van? I am unapologetically Carmen, a thought leader that speaks from the lens of aging experience. And tonight, we talking about relationships and marriage and narcissism. Oh Lord, and being high value as a wife. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Y'all tap the screen for you, girl. Please and thank you. And once some of y'all come down here and add some perspectives to the chat. Because I know y'all been sitting up there long enough to be able to see where the conversation at and where it done been and where it's going. So I would appreciate y'all come on down and add y'all perspective or whatever. Cool little chat. Everybody, you know. Exactly. Spirit first, human later. Absolutely. And your human experience is being conditioned by another human, by other humans. That's why they don't realize that. Because people don't want to think about death, but that is the only thing that is inevitable. We are going to leave here. And so in the middle, we have to take those blinders off that other people put on us about what we supposed to be doing, what's the right way, what this, that, and the third, and all that. Because once you get too old to realize it, then they not finna get in your casket with you. They not finna go through the regrets and all the shit that you finna go through once you get too old, and then you finally realize like, oh shit, I wasted my life running behind shit these people told me I'm supposed to run behind, and I don't got no fucking body. And if you fuck around and have some kids and you teach them that money is everything, then you're going to be in a nursing home and you're not even going to get the quality of care that you need because they're going to be calling and telling them, well, he don't need this and he don't need that because they want to make sure they have their inheritance. Because you done taught them that's all it's about, money, not memories. So they're not finna come try to make no last memories with you before you die. Because you never did. You didn't think about that. You were so busy being a high earner. It's gonna look like how it's gonna look, baby. At the end of the day. Because it ain't only women out here chasing the bag. Because they been conditioned to think that that's what they supposed to do. Or whatever. That's what it is. It's all gonna be bad. Just like you said. It's all gonna be bad. Because we have to understand what George said is that we spirits first and humans later. So this human experience, we don't need to be trying to worry about that as much as we need to worry about what's gonna happen after we leave here type shit. And while we're here on our spirit side or whatever, and be able to live our lives how we want to live them. Think for our fucking self and do things accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Because all of this conditioning that's going on out here, that's what have people in the nursing home by themselves. Because ain't nobody, it's not really guaranteed that even if you do it the right way, it's still not guaranteed that the people that you with gonna go with you until your old age. You don't know if you're gonna outlive them or they gonna outlive you. You don't even know. But you can definitely put parameters around that shit as regards to worrying about money. You can make memories with people. You can make memories that make them want to be there with you till your last damn day. I talked about that last night with my best friend, or whatever the case might be. Like he literally was there until his wife took her last breath, literally, and that was the beginning of the end of my last relationship because I had enough critical thinking to look at that and see that I am 47 years old and my relationship don't look nothing like that. And if I want to be able to have somebody to love me until I take my last breath, it was some changes that needed to be made. It's plain and simple. And at that point in time, I loved her to death. I thought we was going to be that. But that example of love that was displayed to me was something that the Lord made me go see, so that I could know that I wasn't on track for that. I wasn't on track for that. And if I kept on down the track I was in, it was not going to look like that. Because him and I hadn't talked for years or whatever. And he just called me out the blue and he told me what they had going on and told me that he would appreciate it if I came. That wasn't him calling me, that was the Lord calling me up there so I could be able to see what's what, you know. And as regards to money, he told his employer that I won't be back until after everything is everything, because she was in hospice at that point. And that is the way that it's supposed to be. Family first, then money. So many of us have missed out on not opportunities, but memories to be made with our loved ones, boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, and our kids because we got to work. And how that was going, his employer was definitely didn't give a fuck because that wasn't his situation. All he was worrying about is he needed somebody to come to work type shit. But he let him know and know in certain terms that this job is not more important than my life at home. You need to understand that I come to work to take care of what goes on at home. And so if it's not popping at home, everything ain't good at home, then you won't see me. And most Americans have that shit backwards. They have it all the way backwards. So I think you need to go to bed, babe, because I don't know what you're talking about at this point. I don't know what you're talking about at this point because some of this stuff you're saying is triggering me. It's triggering me because I'm not a narcissist anymore. And the stuff that you're saying is very narcissistic. There is not a person sitting on the side of me, but baby, I am a Nubian queen with or without anybody. Okay? So those thought patterns that you have is crazy, bro. Like it's crazy. I'm just say that it's crazy. Like you really giving that you feel like a woman is not who she is gonna be or destined to be without you as a man, and that's nuts. That's nuts. Only what for me, a woman or a man, you can only get to your very best version of yourself by yourself. And once you do that, you can go share that with somebody else. But it's not the prerequisite. It's just not. And I don't know who taught you that, but that's not it. Because if what you're saying is the truth, then my life ain't been what it's been, and I damn sure done lived my life. So you might need to tweak that a little bit, baby. For real, for real. When I address men, at this point, I address them as king. Because that's what they are. And they address me as queen. But we ain't together. But from your thought pattern, you need to be together so you could be a queen. That's nuts. You need to be with a woman so you could be a king. That's nuts. We are our own separate entities that we decide to bring together. So in your thought pattern, in order for you to be the queen or to be the king, y'all have to be together first. So you can train her how to be a queen. Well, baby, I come with my own training. I'm good. I'm already a queen, baby. Well, I don't need to be trained. I don't need to feel like in order for me to be a queen, I gotta go get a king. Because I don't. You know? If you watch some of these shows that goes back to these, the kings and queens of Bridgerton, all that, or whatever. The queen was running that shit by her motherfucking self. It only had to do with heritage at that point that allowed you to be a king. I mean, a queen or a king, you know? So there's that. You might need to go back to the drawing board with that one there, old boy. For real. Because I'm gonna tell you, life gonna show you. Life is definitely gonna show you. And I ain't trying to put no bad Jew on what you got going on, but with your thought pattern, I guarantee you not gonna live your entire life with that same lady that you with. I guarantee you won't if you keep thinking like that. Cause life is gonna show you that she don't need you. She don't need you to be in her very best version of herself. But obviously you think so. So I'm gonna give you an opportunity to respond to that, and then I'm gonna get up out of here because I'm hungry. I gotta go make me some food, child, and suck up some of this liquor I done drunk or whatever. I just don't like that. You know, we can't have conversations as a woman and a man without it having to get to the point where a man puts himself so much on a pedestal or whatever that it appears that the only way the woman is seen and that she is in her rightful place is she's standing by him. And that's just not correct, baby. That's just not correct. Some women will let you think that because they can't be like I am and stand in the paint, so they're gonna allow you to think that. But at some point in their life, they're gonna realize that they can, and they don't need a man to validate any fucking thing, cause he's not there to validate anything. He's there to love me. But with you laying in the bed thinking that I'm only what I am because you there, you're not gonna keep her alone, baby. I'm just saying, you're just not. And the only reason why I said that is because at the end of the day, like, if I'm to believe everything that you saying, it's literally like you throwing rocks at me as a single black woman that knows her worth, that understands that she's a Nubian queen all by herself. And all of the things that you have going on that you're saying has to do with societal norms and all of that kind of stuff. Because if I'm going to keep it all the way G with you, these Bibles and things, we don't know who wrote those. Okay? We don't know who wrote those. It's very, very likely that they was written by other human people. Okay? So I don't live my life by what other people say, whether it's out of their mouth or in a book. Because if that was the truth, it wouldn't be so many versions of it. So many versions of the Bible. So I don't really live my life by that. I read it to get an understanding, but since I read it to get an understanding, I feel that way. I feel like who wrote it? Are those really God's words? Or are those words of the human being that wants to condition you to think in a certain type of way? Just like these pastors that get in here and tell y'all all of this kind of crazy crap, but then they go to Diddy house and get pumped in the ass. So I mean, I'm just keeping it real. So we're not going. I'm not going to follow what another human being says because I know they're flawed, just like I am, and I'm not going to be hanging on your every word as a flawed human. And I know that's true because when all that shit came out with TD Jakes, like most of those conditioned people, they was about trying to kill their damn self about everything that was going on with him because they just done put him up on so much of a pedestal like he was God. And when they was able to see his humanly flaws, they couldn't handle it. But that's why I don't put my faith in nothing but God. And when I get on my knees and have my personal relationship with Him, and I listen to what He say or whatever signs and synchronicities that He gives me when I talk to Him, that's it and that's all. No other human, no book, no none of that is fixing to determine how I live my life at all. Exactly. Because even like you said, even the word high value that came from human. That's some human shit or whatever. But when you break it down like that, like it's because of your spirit. Your spirit is what makes you high value. Period. Your mental capabilities make you high value. Your ability to see the world as it is and not as it's portrayed to you makes you high value. And then if you happen to have a couple zeros in the bank, that don't hurt. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because the money and all that shit is not of God. It's not of God. It's not. Back in the days when he was still walking the earth, it wasn't about no money. It wasn't no money around. They traded, they bartered, they traded goods and services and things. It wasn't no money. So there's that. We got all these pastors out here telling us that we need to pay tithes. Who we paying tithes to? It ain't God. We paying tithes to them. That's why they live so good and they drive so good and they dress so good. But people don't pay attention to that. That's the pastor. He's supposed to have this and supposed to have it. Why? Why? Why should he? Why should he be living in a 75,000 square feet house and you in the project and you funding that based on what he said it's supposed to go? I don't subscribe to that bullshit at all. And it's a name for it too, but I can't think of it. It's a name for that particular thing. What these pastors be doing with telling people about paying tithes. Because where is it going? Who is it going to? The sick and the shut in? You think? You think? Mm-mm. That's supporting him and whatever else he be doing with him being a pulpit, baby. Because if you do your research, you'll understand that the church is the biggest business in America. The biggest business, period. And God ain't in there in none of it. None of it. So that's why I don't subscribe to that. I don't go to church. I don't do none of that. Because I need my tithes for myself. The hell I look like coming to give you 30% of my damn check and now I gotta go home and struggle and you finna take my check and go get you an Armani suit. No, sir. No, sir. Because you just think about it. We ain't never seen no broke pastor. Well, I ain't never seen them. Every pastor I never seen, they be driving good, they be living good, they be dressed good, all that. Why the pastor get that and I don't get that? But you get to tell me that if I pay enough tithes, then hey, it's gonna eventually come. Yeah, okay. So just think about it. Just look back in your rearview mirror and think about some of the things that you done seen as regards to all of that Christianity and going to church and all that stuff. And tell me that it don't identify with everything I just said. What's up, Rose Self-Made? Well, thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Hit a like if you haven't already done so and tap the screen for me and let YouTube know that this channel is real talk, period. Because that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold no punches or whatever. I would definitely get in here and have a conversation with you or whatever. But my purpose in life is to lead the people. My purpose in life is to give my life experiences that the Lord made me go through so that I can sit here and definitively tell you the things that I'm telling you. These aren't things that I've heard, these are things that I know because I've been there, done that. So I feel like anybody that's attracted to my channel, the Lord sent you over here to hear something that I had to say. But anyways, I'm finished with my cigarette or whatnot. Yeah, but all of that stuff is man made though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like all the rules and the regulations to how that stuff go, being the queen, being the king, being high value, all that's human stuff. That don't have nothing to do with the spirit of God, baby. Nothing at all. In the moment and the second you realize that, maybe your life will change and your outlook on life will change. No problem, baby. That's my purpose in life. I'm a chosen one. He chose me for this because of how he made me. He made me unapologetically Carmen. And in order for me to be that, I gotta speak on it. I gotta be able to keep it all the way real. And we don't do no sugarcoating over here. We don't do none of that. We're not going to talk down on others. We're not going to do any of that. All we're gonna do is learn. We're gonna learn. I'm gonna give y'all my life experiences. I'm gonna give y'all the things that I've done my due diligence on to know that they're true. I'm gonna give y'all the things that I've paid attention to outside of me. I'm very, very well rounded because I pay attention and I'm teachable. Most people aren't teachable. They think they know what they know, and that's it, and that's all. Can't nobody tell them nothing else. But that's why they won't never get to the level of critical thinking that I have gotten to. Because I pay attention not only to the stuff that the Lord brings in my life, but what he does with others as well. So I hope y'all gained something from our conversation tonight or whatever. And if I brought any value to you and you want to be able to buy me a drink, Cash App is down below. Look out for your girl or whatever. And I'll see y'all the next time. It'll probably be tomorrow night. I done been trying to be a little bit more consistent with y'all. And I'm proud of myself because I done been coming on here. I want to say this the 4th day in a row. Because at the end of the day, if I'm going to be honest with y'all, I still have and reckon with my human side of me that does not want to give of my experiences and all of that. Because when I was learning things, when I was in the transition of my life, trying to get myself from being unconditioned and leave lack mentality and leave limited mentality, it wasn't nobody to teach me. It wasn't nobody to have these talks with me and be able to ride with me until I got my mind right. So it's a reckoning inside of me to just do it for others just because. So that's the truth. But I push myself to get on here and do it. So I'm proud of myself that I have been consistent or whatever. And I know that something I've said in the last 4 days was something that had to be put out in the world because he been working on me. He been working on me like for real to get on here and be consistent with it. Because if I would have been consistent with this from the time I started, like I would have already done blew my little stuff all the way up. Because I know that I am the real fucking deal. And only because I have not done what I was supposed to be what I was supposed to been done is the reason why my shit not where it's supposed to be. I know that, but like I said, that's the human side of me that I'm still reckoning with it. But It's gonna be okay, and it's gonna be all right. And I hope that I have enlightened y'all to a certain extent. If not enlighten you, at least be able to show you another way. You know what I'm saying? Another way of thinking, another perspective, or whatever the case might be, and have give you a little thought pattern, and maybe that might change a little trajectory somewhere or whatever. But I know that it was something I said, because he definitely worked on my ass this week. Like, every time I try to lay down and go to sleep, yeah, I wouldn't know. You need to get up. But at least he let me do it under a real laid back situation in my house. Because we in my content room that I have, especially for this or whatever, and be able to have me a little drink or whatever and talk to y'all. So I love that. God put who on the pedestal? Us as people, or you as a man? Because don't get me wrong, I understand what you're saying. It is an evolution of life, and it is the way, a certain way that things are supposed to be, but not to the extent of how you think. Because people have choices to do things the way that they want to do things, and it doesn't necessarily have to be your way. That's where um damn, what's the word? Um, Damn, I can't even think of the word. I done had too much to drink at this point. But that's where you're supposed to be able to come together and be able to make things good for both sides. But the things that you said to me here tonight, as a woman, as a high value woman, I know, I know for sure that your mindset and your thought pattern is not good as regards to the woman that lays in the bed next to you. You think that you are better than her, and that is never going to sustain itself. Never. So there's that. And then, in true narcissist fashion, you come up with different ways to be able to confirm your thought pattern based on human stuff. That's what you're doing. And it's not going to sustain itself. It's just not. Y'all might be in love. She might be doing everything you need now that you taught her how to do all of that. But one day, baby, she's going to wake up and realize that she is her own entity. And regardless of what you say about her supposed to come behind you and this and that and the third, she's going to want to stand on her own 2 feet because she didn't come here with you. And so if that was if how you feel, then you should have birthed her into the world, because that's the only person that could feel like that when it comes to her. But you obviously feel like you her savior. And without you, then she can't be a queen. She can't be high value. She can't be any of that because she doesn't have you on her side. That's ridiculous. And I'm here to tell you that's ridiculous. And hopefully something that I've said tonight will make you open up your eyes, because I don't want you to go through the rest of your life thinking that way and then wake up one day by yourself and never be able to attract anybody else with those idioms. Because this world is changing, if you haven't noticed. We are in the great shift right now. So everything that was before is going to go away, and all of this new stuff is going to come, including thought patterns. Okay? So hopefully you sustain your marriage through this great shift with that thought pattern. But anyways, I'm hungry. I love y'all, mean it. Thank y'all so much for coming in here and listening to me talk my ish or whatever. And yeah, unapologetically Carmen out.